Hello everybody, my name is Marco Desimoni and this is my risk management matrix. I'm going to be covering three different scenarios based on a seaplane operator in the Pacific Northwest. I've gotten to work around quite a few different seaplane operators in the Pacific Northwest, so I'll be basing these analysis off of my experiences there and what I've seen working around these operations. The first scenario I'm going to analyze will be a pretty simple one. But still a very important one to analyze, and that's going to be an engine failure on takeoff. With a normal airline, an engine failure on takeoff can be very, very hazardous and is often quite dangerous. However, with a seaplane operation, the hazards are reduced, being that you're usually still over water and you can just land farther ahead on the water where you don't need an actual runway in front of you. As you can see on this risk matrix, the impact is high, but the probability is unlikely. The reason the impact is high is that an engine failure on takeoff could be catastrophic, could total the airplane, and could have possible fatalities on board. The reason the probability is unlikely is that the maintenance required with an operation like this prevents most engine failures and minimizes most of the risk involved. The next matrix shows the risks after we've taken steps to mitigate the hazards. As you can see, the impact has gone down to medium and the probability has gone down to low. Impact has gone down to medium by taking steps to ensure that there's always water remaining under us until we get to a safe altitude, as well as ensuring that we take the proper steps in pre-flight and engine run-up before takeoff to minimize the risk of an engine failure on takeoff. Those pre-flight and engine run-up procedures also reduce the probability to low, along with strict maintenance protocol. The next scenario we'll look at is impact with a foreign object on the water surface or just below, such as driftwood or other objects that are hiding just below the water surface. This scenario has a probability of possible and an impact of very high. The very high impact comes from the fact that impact with an object such as driftwood or anything else would be catastrophic to the aircraft and to the lives inside. The probability of possible comes from the fact that shifting tides and other weather phenomena can cause driftwood and other debris to float into the waterways quite easily. Implementing policies such as inspecting the landing site before landing and avoiding straight-in approaches whenever possible, as well as only landing on published seaports and approved waterways, has allowed us to reduce the probability of unlikely, however the impact remains very high. The third and final scenario we'll look at is an impact with the dock during docking maneuvers. The impact of this event is low, but the probability is possible. Generally, these incidents happen at low speeds and do not greatly damage the aircraft. While the impact of each individual event is low, repeated impacts can cause significant damage to the airframe. The probability is so high due to the fact that winds and changing currents can push the aircraft into the dock. Even though the probability is high, since the impact is so low, this risk is acceptable for our operation. These three risk management matrices identified, analyzed, and mitigated some of the most common hazards associated with a seaplane operation. Thank you for watching.